every moment of composure is a victory over one's impulsiveness.
Have you ever found yourself suddenly snapping at someone over something trivial, or feeling overwhelmed by anger from a seemingly minor inconvenience? It's a common experience, but one that can cause unnecessary stress and conflict in our lives. Today, we're going to explore the power of not letting things bother you and how you can gain control over your emotional reactions. By understanding what triggers your responses and learning techniques to manage them, you can lead a calmer, more fulfilling life. Let's dive into why we react the way we do and how we can change it. Reactivity, in its simplest form, is our tendency to respond to situations or comments with little thought, often driven by emotions. This could manifest as snapping at someone when they interrupt you, or feeling disproportionately upset by a small mistake. It's an automatic response that doesn't always serve our best interests. Why do we react this way? Reactivity can be traced back to the basic human instinct for survival. In the distant past, our ancestors needed to react quickly to threats like predators or rival tribes. While modern life is significantly safer and these immediate responses are less often required, our brains are still wired to react first and think later. This instinct can be useful in genuine emergencies, like reacting to a fire alarm, but it often misfires in everyday situations, such as reacting angrily to a spilled coffee. To truly understand reactivity, we need to look a bit into both psychology and neurology. From a psychological perspective, reactivity is influenced by the fight or flight response, a primal reaction that prepares the body to either fight or flee from danger. This response releases stress hormones like adrenaline and cortisol, which increase heart rate, quicken breathing, and prime muscles for action. Useful for immediate physical reactions, but less so when the threat is a critical email or a harsh word. Neurologically, reactivity involves several areas of the brain, including the amygdala, which processes emotions. The amygdala acts like an alarm system. When it perceives a threat, it can override the more rational parts of the brain, like the prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for reasoning and decision-making. This is why, when we're highly reactive, we might say or do things we later regret. Our capacity for rational thought is diminished. Understanding these processes is the first step towards managing them. By recognizing that our reactions are often disproportionate to the actual threat, we can start to take control back from our instincts and respond more thoughtfully and effectively. Let's consider the impact of high reactivity on our lives. When we react impulsively, it can lead to several negative outcomes. For one, it can strain our mental health. Constantly being on edge, ready to react at the slightest provocation, keeps our stress levels elevated. This prolonged state of stress can contribute to anxiety, depression, and even physical health issues like high blood pressure and heart disease. The effects extend beyond our personal well-being. High reactivity can damage our relationships. For instance, consider a workplace where a manager reacts harshly to minor mistakes. This behavior can create a tense environment, leading to decreased job satisfaction and productivity among employees. Similarly, in personal relationships, frequent overreactions can lead to misunderstandings and conflicts, weakening bonds with friends and family. Socially, high reactivity can lead to a poor reputation. Being known as someone who flies off the handle can limit your opportunities both personally and professionally. People may hesitate to confide in you or involve you in projects or social activities, fearing your unpredictable reactions. On the flip side, mastering the art of composure has manifold benefits. When you maintain your calm in stressful situations, you directly contribute to your mental well-being. Lower stress levels mean better overall health, more stable moods, and a higher sense of satisfaction in life. In terms of relationships, being less reactive makes you a better communicator. When you respond thoughtfully, you are more likely to address the underlying issues rather than just the surface emotions. This can lead to more effective problem solving and stronger, more trusting relationships. For example, in a work setting, a leader who remains composed and approachable under pressure is likely to inspire and motivate their team, fostering a positive and productive workplace atmosphere. Composure can enhance your decision-making abilities. When you're not immediately reactive, you have the clarity to evaluate different aspects of a situation more objectively. This can lead to better outcomes, whether you're dealing with a personal choice, a professional decision, or even day-to-day tasks. To start managing your reactivity, the first step is recognizing when and how you are reactive. This self-assessment involves observing your behaviors, thoughts, and feelings. Begin by noticing the moments when you feel your stress levels rise or when you have the urge to respond hastily. What are the common triggers? It could be traffic during your commute, certain remarks from colleagues, or even specific tasks that you find overwhelming. Once you've identified your triggers, reflect on your typical responses. Do you tend to raise your voice, become sarcastic, withdraw, or react in some other way? Understanding these patterns is crucial as it lays the groundwork for change. By being aware of your triggers and reactions, you can start to catch yourself in the moment and choose a different response. With a clear understanding of your reactivity patterns, you can now apply specific techniques to manage and reduce these reactions. Here are 3 effective strategies. Mindfulness. This involves being fully present in the moment, aware of your thoughts and feelings without judgment. Practicing mindfulness can help you recognize the onset of emotional reactions and give you the chance to choose how to respond. You can start simply by focusing on your breath whenever you notice tension rising. This helps slow down your reaction time and brings your focus back to the present moment. Breathing exercises. When we're stressed, our breathing becomes shallow and rapid. By consciously slowing and deepening your breath, you can activate your body's natural relaxation response. Try this simple exercise. Breathe in deeply for a count of 4, hold for a count of 4, exhale slowly for a count of 4, and repeat several times. This can be especially helpful before responding in a stressful situation. Cognitive reframing. This technique involves changing your perspective on a situation to alter its emotional impact. For example, if you're upset about a delay in receiving information from a coworker, instead of thinking, "They're always so late, they don't respect my time," you might reframe it to, "They might be overwhelmed. I can offer help or ask if there's a holdup." This shift in thinking can reduce frustration and promote a more constructive response. By integrating these strategies into your daily routine, you can begin to see a reduction in your reactivity. It's not about suppressing your emotions, but rather managing how you respond to them. In our next sections, we'll explore how to build emotional resilience and make lifestyle adjustments that support these changes, setting you on a path to a calmer and more controlled life. Emotional resilience is the ability to bounce back from stressful or adverse situations without letting them affect your mental balance. Developing resilience is essential for anyone looking to reduce reactivity, as it enhances your ability to handle stress and recover from setbacks more quickly. Building this resilience involves several key strategies. Maintain a positive outlook. Try to find the silver lining in difficult situations. This doesn't mean ignoring the negative aspects, but rather choosing to focus on positive elements that can help motivate you. Set realistic expectations. It's important to have a clear understanding of what you can and cannot control. Setting realistic expectations for yourself and others can prevent unnecessary frustration and disappointment. Develop coping skills. Identifying healthy ways to cope with stress is crucial. This might include activities like exercise, reading, or engaging in a hobby. These activities can provide a necessary break from stress and recharge your emotional batteries. By fostering these habits, you can strengthen your emotional resilience, reducing the likelihood of reacting negatively to stress and making it easier to maintain your composure in challenging situations. In addition to specific techniques and developing resilience, making broader lifestyle adjustments can also significantly reduce your reactivity. These changes can help create a more balanced life, reducing overall stress levels and increasing your capacity to handle pressures. Routine changes. Incorporate regular physical activity into your schedule, which has been proven to help reduce stress and improve mood. Even a daily walk can make a difference. Ensuring you get enough sleep is also critical, as tiredness can heighten reactivity. Environment. Take a look at your surroundings, both at work and home. A cluttered, chaotic environment can contribute to stress. Simplifying your space can help create a more calming atmosphere. Additionally, consider whether the people around you are sources of support or stress, and make efforts to build a supportive network. Implementing these changes won't just decrease your reactivity, they'll also improve your overall quality of life, making you healthier and happier. As we conclude this part of the script, remember that reducing reactivity is a journey, not a quick fix. It involves consistent practice and dedication. In the next sections, we'll discuss how to implement these changes gradually and set realistic goals to ensure sustainable progress. Transitioning towards a less reactive lifestyle requires patience and incremental changes. It's important to set manageable goals that don't overwhelm you. Start small, perhaps by incorporating one new breathing exercise into your daily routine or setting aside 10 minutes a day for mindfulness practice. As these small changes become habitual, you can gradually introduce more strategies or extend the time you dedicate to each practice. Here's how you can effectively set goals. Specificity. Be clear about what you want to achieve. For instance, instead of vaguely aiming to be less reactive, set a goal to practice deep breathing for 5 minutes every morning to manage stress better. Measurability. Include ways to measure your progress. This could be through a daily journal where you record instances of reactivity and note improvements. Achievability. Ensure your goals are realistic. If you're new to mindfulness, don't commit to an hour a day. Start with a few minutes and increase the duration as you get more comfortable. Relevance. Choose goals that have a meaningful impact on your life, aligning with your broader aspirations for health, well-being, or improved relationships. Time-bound. Set deadlines to evaluate your progress. This helps maintain your motivation and makes adjustments as needed. Implementing these changes step by step allows you to adjust to new behaviors without feeling pressured or rushed, leading to more lasting change. As we wrap up our discussion, remember the journey to mastering your reactivity is ongoing. The techniques and strategies we've explored today are tools that can help you cultivate a sense of calm and control in your life. Reflect on the key points we've discussed. Understanding and recognizing your own reactivity. Utilizing techniques like mindfulness, breathing exercises, and cognitive reframing. Building emotional resilience and making supportive lifestyle adjustments. Setting realistic, gradual goals to foster these new habits. Every small step you take is a part of your larger journey towards a less reactive, more balanced existence. As you practice these skills, you'll likely notice not just a decrease in your reactivity, but an overall enhancement in your quality of life. You're equipping yourself with the knowledge and skills to face life's challenges with a steadier hand and a more open heart. I encourage you to start today. Choose one technique we've discussed and try it out. Maybe share your experiences or progress with others. And remember, the goal is not to eliminate emotions, but to manage them in a way that serves you better. Thank you for joining this journey, and here's to a calmer, more controlled you.